And if there is one woman in the world, nay, the universe, who can handle two presenters at once, it is number 6, Tricia Helfer. And here to award her for her passion in rescue are her Battlestar co-stars, James Callis and Edward James Olmos.
Hey everybody, good evening. When you first meet Tricia, one of the things that you're struck with is just how beautiful she is and how much taller she is than you.
May I say that it takes you no time at all, though, to understand one thing, and that is the size of her heart.
Yeah, and we were asked to give a little anecdote this evening about Tricia and her love of cats. We realized early on in the show, Battlestar Galactica, for those of you who haven't seen it, we realized early on that Tricia really did love animals and did love cats. And then in the 3rd season, Eddie and I actually grew whiskers. It was so much easier.
She loved us.
Yeah, it was like night and day. Very big difference. But I mean, the work that Tricia does
is unprecedented, because not only does she walk the walk and talk the talk, she's helped so much in the advancement of this cause and understanding amongst all of us, every friend she has. I mean, at this present time, when I was at her house approximately 3 weeks ago, I think we were at 19? No?
3.
How many?
3.
Don't say it aloud.
Don't say that. Okay. 3.
No, the thing is,
Just 3.
The thing is that Tricia actually does some very, very hard work, because she's placing not just the cats, which are kind of really cute and furry and whatever, terribly sweet. She actually goes that extra length to look for loving homes for the cats that are slightly older. Maybe they're not so cute. Maybe they've got special needs. Maybe they're performer cats with that same old joke.
That's why we're here tonight, to say thank you to her from the bottom of our hearts. All of us are saying it to her.
And
we would like to
award her for her generosity of spirit, because she truly is amazing.
With the Kitty Bungalow Awards, the Cat and the White Spats Award.
Tricia Helfer, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tricia Helfer.
Choose this one to be close to my guys here. Big surprise. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I have unlike them, I have a nice little notepad here because I'm not as smart as them. So I have to read my own writing. Thank you, Eddie and James. I left a blank here, see? I appreciate your time being here, presenting me with this award, and your kind words. And I want to thank all of you for being here at the Cats and White Spats Cat Parade. Not only are you going to see a fun performance, but more importantly, you are helping Kitty Bungalow continue to save countless innocent, sweet souls. And while I'm in the thanking mood, I'm going to single out my husband, Jonathan Marshall, for his unending support and his massive love for our cats, or our monsters, as they were often lovingly referred to. A little history on my husband. He had no animals when we met almost 11 years ago. On our first dinner date at my house, he brought cat toys instead of flowers. A big plus. But to his own admission now, he brought toys that cats don't actually use. He's since learned. But he brought toys instead of flowers, and the sentiment obviously made an impact on me. He then quickly fell in love with my New York rescues, Bella and Delilah. They were sisters that were found in an alley. They were skinny and scrawny with big ears, and Bella had funny feet, so the foster rescue mom didn't think that I'd want them. Well, lo and behold, I have webbed toes myself, so they were a huge draw. And one of my favorite things still is to kiss her midden feet. Next came Bug, whom a friend found cowering and ill in a culvert during a rainstorm. Then we thought he needed a friend because Bella and Delilah were not having any of that new cat. We went to Kitten Rescue to find a kitten, and while I was touring the facility, my husband fell in love with Frankie. She was a flirt. Turns out she was 13 years old and a massive flirt. We went home with Frankie and Lily, a tiny kitten that Bug immediately took under his wing and taught the ropes to. And now we have 5. You're gonna get your answer. As time goes by, we realize that Frankie is awesome. Let's adopt another old fogey. We find Mr. Nix, who's been in a house fire and spent months in the hospital due to 3rd-degree burns. He's on the upside, and we bring him home, and he's incredible, and now we have 6. Next came Caesar. This gets to a point, believe me. Just get comfortable here. Next came Caesar because he's a massive flirt. On me this time. Frankie flirted with him, Caesar flirted with me. He had been attacked by a dog and his jaw broken in 5 places. Jaw wired shut, on meds. All of that hasn't dampened his spirit. He remains a huge flirt. And now we have 7. Then the economy crashed and adoptions were down. As someone who travels extensively for work, fostering is almost always impossible to do. But I was home for the spring and we took in 4 4-week-old kittens. The 5th stayed at Kitten Rescue for bottle feeding as he was too ill and I had never bottle fed. Mr. Nix took them under his wing and loved them to pieces. We adopted out Sam and Buster to a loving young couple and ended up adopting Ruby and Fiona ourselves. We then set about finding their bottle-fed brother. There, got it. LeBron. Why does that name always get a laugh? I don't know. Anyway, within about 2 seconds of being in the house, he and Ruby were best friends. Brothers who to this day are inseparable. And now we have 10. Okay, we're not done yet. Almost. Next came Max, a largely feral that had been hit by a car. We adopted a 3-legged, very scared cat, and he is now a furry puddle of love. Now we're at 11. Okay, we're done. We're done. But I didn't go through all of that to bore you with long details of our cats, but to compliment shelters of all sorts, especially ones like Kitty Bungalow, for their unending determination and love. As a self-proclaimed and proud crazy cat lady, I am also a lover of all animals. And in the world of animal charity, cats often get the short end of the stick. They're considered, they like to do their own thing, and we all know otherwise. That's where shelters like Kitty Bungalow are making such a huge difference and need our support. They are focused on rescuing, neutering, socializing, and finding homes for the homeless feral felines, while also providing outreach, education, and trap neuter release services for those that cannot be adopted into a forever home. I have all my little furry loves because a shelter took them in, realized that they could overcome obstacles and live a full life, one that they were meant to have. I am honored to accept this award, but I have no hesitation in dedicating it to the countless volunteers, people that I am humbled by every day. People that spend almost every spare hour rescuing, cleaning, working, trapping, and spending money on little sweet souls asking for our help. I am nothing but an extension, a voice that sometimes gets attention. To a huge contingent of cat advocates and angels, I owe you all, my sweet baby, a second chance at life. Thank you.